Welcome to Level Design with Colossus. I want to invite you on a journey of learning and use this opportunity to study Quake maps so I can further improve my own designs while providing something that is both educational and entertaining to you as well. Today we'll be taking a look at Deterritorialization, created by the author Shambler from the Retro Jam 5 pack, which is based off of E3 and 5 from the original game with the metal wind tunnel theme. I will leave a link in the description if you want to play this for yourself. This is one of my favorite maps I've played in Quake, and unfortunately sometimes maps created in jams get buried and not highlighted as much. Anyway, time to jump in. I want to start off by giving a photosensitivity warning. This map has a lot of flashing and flickering lights, so if that's something you're sensitive to, you might want to stop watching. I don't think it's too bad on this level, but I do think it was important that I brought that up, so let's go ahead and get started. You're immediately presented with a super shotgun in front of you, a quad damage, and a death knight on a path corner, so you know things are going to get spicy here. You can see a lot of enemies teleporting in and backspawning behind you, actually. This type of immediate combat thing in the beginning is pretty rare for a Quake map. You see it often in Doom, but Quake, not as much. I think it's done well here though, and it's pretty fun. Definitely sets the pace for the map's gonna be hectic, and you get a lot of space to deal with it too. Let's go ahead and clean up here. I'm gonna grab this ammo. Oops, didn't mean to fall there. Let's go ahead and go back in this room and talk about it for a second. I like here how in the very beginning you're presented with the silver door blocking access to this wind tunnel, and you can see here to the left that the silver key is actually there, so you can see that this area is going to be reused, and all of the great Quake maps reuse their space as well, so it's nice to see that it's already presented in the map. I've yet to figure out how to get that yellow armor, so I'll just leave it there and we'll keep moving forward. Time to clean up these ogres. I feel like they're a little bit up too high. They're definitely in sniper range. It's kind of hard for them to hit you, even though I just took a little bit of splash damage from them. Alright, grab this health. We're gonna go exploring down here in the water. I like that there's another layer to this. Gives you room on top of room action and another area to explore. And yeah, we got the super nail gun down here. I also like how these bubbles are coming out of that vent. It gives it that little extra layer of detail to it. Very nice. This room's also just, the scale's nice on it. Like, it looks oppressive. The pipes are a really good size. I like how big the pipes are, big and chunky they are. That mixed with like the spotlights on the ceiling and the layer of fog, it really gives it this oppressive atmosphere to it, and yeah, it really feels good on this map. We're gonna move forward, and I like how there is a rune. It's being used, it's pointed downwards because it's guiding us, pointing us in the direction that we needed to go. So definitely some nice visual language here. That's in the original map too, so nice to see that they played that map when making this and used some of the stuff from it. I guess you have to take fall damage there, so if you were 3 health and there was no health kits, you would just die, but thankfully we have good enough health. Scrag's underwater, very cool. Definitely a good enemy, I think, to have here. And I'm glad that there's a biosuit, because to me, long water sections where you're racing against time, not knowing where to go, are kind of annoying, so I'm glad that that's given to you here. And you can recognize soon that we are taken back immediately to where we were at. So, as I was mentioning about the reusing of the space, we already see some of that here, which is really cool. This pipe was closed off before. You actually could not go up that, and now going down there and pressing that button unlocks this. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a save here and jump up this pipe. The two fiends here is kind of mean. I've definitely died here more than once, especially playing blind. Without the super nail gun, if you're in this tiny area, it's so easy to die here. I think it's a little bit unfair. It's very dependent on if you had the super nail gun or not. But let's move past these flickering lights a bit. You see another one of those runes pointing us, we need to go down. And I see that armor, I'm gonna grab that with the health. And there's actually a secret back here, and I like that it's hidden by it being totally dark, but then you get close and the light turns on. I think that's very nice. Good way to hide a secret. I'm gonna have to use something like that in future maps. Time to fall down. Okay. Try not to get destroyed by an ogre immediately. Popping up here. Okay. Ouch. Definitely hectic right here, but enough space to move around that it's okay. This area looks cool, but one of my issues with it is how symmetrical it is. You can see here where details were just copy and pasted exactly on the other side without changing anything to the detail or messing with, yeah, like it's that's copy and pasted there. To like the untrained eye, this looks really good, but the more you get into this topic, you start to see a lot of people just copy pasting stuff, and it makes maps feel very gamey and not organic or natural. And this room's probably the worst one for that. Yeah, you could do stuff like this trim could be different on this one. Like, it doesn't have to, the room could still be symmetrical, but like maybe this pipe is like moved over a little bit from the other one, or has an extra detail added or removed from it. That could be a different color light. Just stuff like that to break it up could have been nice. More arrows pointing us where to go. We will take this pipe upward. I've had that issue too, where it doesn't like to fully shoot you. That was kind of too fast to see, but we grabbed the silver key there. And immediately are in this combat encounter. Alright, let's try to blow up this 4-ball real quick. I'm gonna put a save here. I feel like maybe it shouldn't just throw you out like that, because you don't really acknowledge that you picked up the silver key, because it just happens too fast and you're fighting. I think it would have been nice to just have it where you slowed down and then picked up the key. That would ruin the potential for a fight there, or you have to design it differently. It might be a little bit harder to do that. I think it still would have worked. It would have been nicer, more cohesive. So go ahead and save, use the key. The wind tunnels are really nice. They almost act as a cheat code for traversal and verticality and adding layers to your map. I'm a big fan of the original map and just the mechanic that, and how what it offers to level design. It's very easy to actually die here or fall down too early. And you can see all of these vents have the same texture, right? But that one's red, so definitely gonna mean secret. And I have yet to figure out like how to get up there. So I'm gonna try to grenade jump, and hopefully we don't fail here. Okay, nice. But yeah, I like how that's changed by the texture. I should have got that health first. Oh well. Another arrow pointing us. And I like how probably most people don't even notice this, but parts of the up top there are cut out with a rock texture, and it makes it feel like you're in this underground sewer sci-fi tech-based type thing, wind tunnel. It really adds to that feeling of you being underground. That visual there is nice too. Let's not waste all of our mega health. Go ahead and drop down here. This area is weird because there's actually a quad damage down here. And the first time I didn't notice it was there. And this fight's actually almost near, it feels like it's near impossible to do without the quad. So the fact that you can skip that and this button actually closes you from getting there, I felt that was quite weird. And I watched other playthroughs of people playing this, and it looks like they also had that same issue. So I think the quad should have probably been on the top, so you didn't have to like fall down to do it. Because without the quad, those shamblers wouldn't have spawned in, and you would have had you have like no room to actually, dude, die. What's going on? Why isn't it? Oh, that's a bug. Okay. I thought I couldn't aim. So weird. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this whole area is disjointed. I think the quad should have been up there at the top. There's actually a spawn in this secret, and I will not repeat what that says. I think it's the only spawn in the map. Okay. Am I crazy? Nope. Not me. We're gonna go ahead and keep going. That's actually the end of the map. I do want to take the time to say here that there's a lot of time in this map where this texture here gets distorted a little bit. You can see right there the edges of it. It's a hard texture to use, and I'm not sure the build time of this map. There's not a readme file for this. That's something I would like to point out. Some of the texturing on this is just a little bit off. So we'll go ahead and drop down here, and yeah, that's the end of the map. So if you enjoyed this type of content, then make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. It'll help out the algorithm. The better the video does, the more likely I am to make more videos like this and explore other people's levels and just level design in general. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. Alright, it's been Colossus, signing out. It's that dang zombie coming to haunt my playthrough. Okay, bye everyone.